welcome back to the channel. So yeah, it is me, and it's been days since I reviewed movies, and I've actually missed what I love doing a lot. So guys, I kind of went to recharge myself, to load myself with a lot and a lot of amazing films. And guys, have you all seen the movies that have been out so far? For the past 5 days now, they have been beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movies. And right now, guys, I am already loaded with film, and I have come to is it to unload or to offload? Yes, guys. So I'll be reviewing the movie How We Got Here, showing on Uche na Mbunabos TV on YouTube, directed by Ben Cassie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a full movie recap review on the movie How We Got Here. So if you are yet to see this movie, you can run along to Uche na Mbunabos TV on YouTube and see the movie and come back for this review. But if you have seen the movie, guys, let's take a chill pill and relax and talk about this particular word, How We Got Here. First of all, let me start by giving Uche Montana her flowers. Hey, baby girl, how do you do this? Like, I was literally watching Uche Montana execute, display emotions in this movie, and I'm like, oh my god, this lady is an actress. This lady has range as an actress. I was literally in awe, seeing how she could literally leave the character. The character was literally telling on her, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Uche Montana is definitely who she thinks she is. The lady is a beautiful, talented actress. Guys, I am really, 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 really loving the movie I watched. In fact, almost all the movies I saw, this week, I loved all of them. So guys, let's get straight to the movie review of today. How We Got Here was directed by Ben Cassie and features the lead characters Uche Montana, Emodi, Nwosu, Chikamsima David King, Courtney Ochanwa, Ajayi Oluwaseun, and others. Now, this movie tells the story of a lady called Onome. Onome happened to be a single mom. She had a son that she had to take care of by herself alone. Things were not really smooth for them. Things were not going well for them. She had to struggle with her son to make sure that she provides the basic things of life for him, and also see him through his, education. She did a lot for her child, just to make sure that his life is at least, better with these basic things he needs. Now, Onome, played by Uche Montana, was the lady that had to go through a lot, in relationships. So she had a boyfriend at some time whom she loved so much. They were literally in love with each other. She got pregnant for this lover while he was in the university. She literally worked, with her pregnancy to make sure that she sees this guy through school. She pays his bills for him because he wasn't really, capable at that time. So she did a lot for this her boyfriend, being that she loved him so much. So while she had already given birth and her child was 2 years, this guy left this girl to marry his best friend in the university, who was wealthy and was willing to give him everything. So he abandoned his girlfriend Onome and went to marry his rich bestie Adele. And they were living together. Onome felt so betrayed. She was angry. She had to battle with the emotional pains, the torture, the mental breakdown of she having to be left by her lover, and she having to take care of her own child by herself. So things got so very difficult for Onome. She could no longer pay her son's school bills. Source of livelihood was becoming so hard for them, paying rent and every other things involved. And this is a friend that introduced her to a rich lady who is in need of a help, and she said she was going to do it just to put food in her table and take care of her son. So she happened to go there, and she realized that that place she was supposed to work was the house of her ex-lover, a baby daddy Edafe, played by Emodi. At first, she wasn't comfortable with working there, but due to the pressure of her friend and the pressure around her, the situation that she was battling with, she had to work at the house of her ex-lover. And then Adele, Ray's wife, was unaware of the whole thing happening between these people, unaware of, Onome being her husband's ex-lover, and the rest of them. So Onome was doing her thing in the house, and then, Edafe was trying to talk to Onome, but she didn't give him the opportunity. What do you want to say to me? Okay, did have been done. So why was he so pressing on? I want to have a conversation with you. Let me have a conversation with you. Let's do this. She didn't want to give him such attention, such audience. What do you want to speak to me about? What do you want to tell me? Okay, that was it for Onome. She wasn't ready to have any, close relationship or close dealing with the guy that broke her heart. Okay, so he knew that she had a son. Okay, and he wanted to see his son so badly. He wanted to bond with his son. He was as much as possible trying to get Onome to like him, and Onome happens to bring her son to the house, to stay with her as she's working there, and there was nobody to take care of her son. At first, Adele didn't accept that is Edafe's wife didn't accept that, but due to the pressure and the begging from her husband, she agreed that they stay in the house. Yeah, so Edafe was trying to connect with his son, and Onome didn't even want Edafe to connect with her son. She was always telling her son that your father is dead. Okay, he died in an accident, he was crushed to death. Okay, it was so hectic here. So yeah, that's literally what happened, and the story progressed from there, and we saw a lot of things that happened. So guys, this movie is actually a very brilliant one. I love a lot of things in this movie. So let's talk about what I liked in this film. One, I liked the performances of the actors. Oh my goodness, Ray was fantastic in his acting. Okay, Ray was so good. I love how he could deliver his emotions, how he could execute his emotions. It was good coming from the man. And one thing that all these men who know that they have actually wronged, a woman that have been nice to them, they would always want to try to make up with them after years have passed. Okay, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Let me have a word with you. Like, bro. Okay, this is wife came off as someone who is high-headed. The lady has zero tolerance. She's very domineering, she's authoritative, she likes to be listened to, and she likes to be controlling. Okay, and the thing is that her husband actually loved her, and he respected her, he was calm with her, he tried to make sure that there's peace in the house. Okay, so I really loved, Emodi and Nwosu's character here. I love the display of emotions, I love how they were real in their acting, I love how natural they were. It was all good for me. And Uche Montana really ate in her character. Like, baby girl was killing it, guys. She was actually doing the most here. I could see that Uche Montana is someone who, someone who likes to wear the situation at which her character needs. This lady had, diverse range in this view, acting as someone who has been heartbroken, someone who is going through a lot emotionally, mentally. It was telling on her that she was actually going through a lot, both in the way she expressed, the way she communicated, her actions. It was all telling, and I loved her delivery. I loved her performance. She was beautiful. She was fantastic in giving us the exact kind of behavior I needed from her character. Uche Montana was literally amazing. She was the highlight for me in this film. And also the little King David, who played the character Brume. He was the son, and this little child actually killed his character. This little child was natural. This little child was enjoying himself while acting. This little child loved what he was doing, and I love the fact that he was so organized. Okay, he literally knew how to carry himself in the film. He knew how to make it look so realistic. I love his bond with his mother. Uche Montana's character, the way it was amazing. Yes, all of them stood out for me here. Also Ajayi, Oluwaseun, who played the character of the pharmacist, was also amazing. So I feel like he was the hilarious one in this film with his, very funny talks and attitude. He kind of added humor to this film, and I liked him there. Though we didn't really see him much in the film, for the period of time he was here, I loved it. So yeah, the performances for me in this movie was everything. What I equally liked about this film is the directing. Yes, the directing was amazing. The emotions for the characters were well executed. The pacing was steady. It was good. The director did a very good directing in this movie. I love the cinematography. Like, the visuals were stunning. Yes, the lighting, the framing, the camera angles, the close-up shots beautifully and effectively captured the characters' emotions in the film, and that was really beautiful. I equally loved the makeup and costume. Yes, Uche Montana's makeup in this movie was real. I love that they made the situation surrounding, her, telling on her. I love that they made her appear in that manner. I love that they made Uche Montana look like she was actually going through a lot. The makeup thing was a thing for me, and also in the part where she was beaten, that literally also stood out for me. Okay, the whole makeup, the whole injury at the back felt like it was actually real. So I like that about the film. The costume as well, they being dressed in ways that literally suits their conditions, suits their characters. Yes, that was actually beautiful as well. I love the settings of the film, more like the location of the film. We saw the life of someone who wasn't getting it right, who was literally poor. We saw the environment she had lived in, the ghetto environment, her house. Anything felt so real, felt so realistic. We for sure knew that this lady was actually poor, and we saw it in the environment, okay? And also when we saw the high and mighty, I love the environment as well. So I feel like this movie really paid detailed attention to things in this film, and it should be applauded. Yeah, so that's great as well. And so guys, the movie was without flaws. Okay, yes, this movie ticked all the boxes right for me, but then again, I had issues on some unconcluded path. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. So what I feel was the issue for me was lack of resolution of Adele's character. Yes, so Adele is Emodi's character's wife in the film, okay, and she had a confrontation with Onome, Ray's ex-lover, and it was about you coming to my guy because he has a child for your son, leave him alone, it is for me, blah blah blah. And again, Edafe had approached Onome, and he wanted to kind of make things right with Onome, but she actually they settled it amicably, but she made him understand that she would never ever in her life go back to him if that is what he wants, okay? But then again, Edafe was like, okay, if that's what you want, that's fine for me, okay? Because he actually still loves his wife, and his wife loves him. Now, what I actually think that wasn't well concluded for me, or I wasn't satisfied with the ending, of the fact that we didn't get to know about Adele's character. We didn't know how it ended. There wasn't a proper conclusion for her character. Yeah, so we were uninformed if this lady had already changed from the way she used to be. We're uninformed if Ray actually took her back, being that she has been a lot, like more like a thorn in his flesh in terms of the way she talks, the way she acts. But it was sure that Ray actually loved her. So we didn't get to see if this girl actually was threatened by his ex-lover, and she was like, oh, I'm going to fight for this my guy, I'll make sure I'm going to be a good person, a good wife for him, the perfect wife for him, because she was kind of threatened by the ex-lover's presence, especially the fact that she had a child for him and he loved the child so much. Okay, so we should have seen that, oh, this lady actually changed to be a better person so that her husband will be hers, okay, so that she would know that she owns the man to herself. But we didn't get to see that. But we know, or I know that Ray would actually go back to her. But I felt like that was an important part of the film that we should have seen, and we didn't see it. Yes, so that's about that. And another thing I didn't much of fancy in the film was not fancy, let me not use the word fancy because I literally fancy the film, but I think the thing that I think was not well executed is the parts where we had the whole street people beating Uche Montana and a child after the guy had stolen bread from his shop. Okay, you see that scene. Okay, the whole thing that happened there, the beating, the throwing of stone, doing this one, doing that one, it felt so unreal. Yes, I must say, I wasn't feeling that part, and the reason I wasn't feeling that part was actually because it didn't seem it didn't seem realistic. It didn't seem human enough. Okay, I get the fact that this kid has offended by stealing, but is that how best you can deliver that scene? I know what happens in the ghetto because I know what happens in the ghetto, okay? So the whole beating thing, yeah, I know that beating his mother because the mother came to kind of shield him so that they won't harm a child. But you see, throwing all those things on the mother, I think it was too much. Okay, I think they overdid at that point. Okay, and even the stone they were throwing, see, if it's really like that they're throwing that stone, that one will not survive that thing. She will not survive, no matter what it is. She will not survive that beating. But what we later saw was the whole injury thing at the back, and I'm like, bro, like, bro. So guys, that's literally about the film. Yeah, trust me when I say that How We Got Here is an amazing film. Guys, you need to go and see How We Got Here showing on Uche on Boss TV on YouTube. Like, it's really a masterpiece. Trust me, guys. So thank you also very much for watching. Let me know what you think about the film How We Got Here in the comment section. Please do also to like, share, and subscribe to the channel at Substance TV. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.